Alright, now today's vlog's gonna be a little bit different. I'm kind of going light mode. I don't have my Insta 360 hooked up. Just just using the GoPro today, and I got a new lens for it, filter lens, or I don't know what they're. Can't think of what they're called off the top of my head. So I'm gonna try this out. See what kind of shots I get today. Oh man, kind of talked about mental health a little bit lately, but today's one of those perfect examples. Like, I wasn't planning on riding today. I was just gonna drive 'cause my last day of work, and then got days off coming up, and just kind of tired. And but then like I got up, and man, I was just I want to try staying on the railroad there, boy. Anyway, yeah, so I got up and I was just sitting there having my coffee, and like, man, not feeling it. A little bit of anxiety, not in a good mood. And I was like, you know what? Even though it's like 90 degrees outside and I don't really want to ride right at the moment, I think I need to ride today because whenever I ride, I'm always in a better mood. So, god damn, dude. I bet you anything he's on his phone. Seen so many people almost wreck on this road. Well, anywhere, but this road especially, because there for a while there's not really much of a shoulder. But yeah, this is definitely one of those days where I didn't really want to ride, but I definitely need to ride today because, like I said, a little bit of anxiety and anger, all those kind of fun emotions. So I know when I ride, I always get to work in a better mood at least. So I was like, nope, I'm just gonna do it. You know, it's putting all this stuff on. It's 90 degrees. Unless I'm moving, it gets hot. But I just mentally needed a ride today. So I know I've already put out a video recently. I think it's dropping today, where I kind of touched base on it a little bit, but I haven't really actually talked about it first person. So, but motorcycles are huge, man. Like I don't know what I would do. It helps my mental health out so much. Now that I'm going, turn my close my vent, so hopefully I can cut down on some of the wind noise. Really trying to work on my audio. I don't know if it's just me and my editing abilities, but it seems like I can't mean, everybody else, well, my friends, which, I always take that with a grain of salt. They don't ever want to hurt your feelings, but it's like, they're like, yeah, I can hear you great, but to me, it's like, oh my God, it sounds like crap. But I put my second DJI mic in my backpack, but I put the windsock on it. I wrapped it in a microfiber towel, and then put it in a sunglasses case, and then stuck it in my backpack. So I'm hoping that'll muffle the sound enough where I can still. Hope I was out today. Hopefully that'll muffle the sound enough to where I can. Where I can get some decent quality sound of just the bike, because then I can use a little bit more filtering for my voice mic that's in my helmet, because it sounds good until I start hitting highway or freeway speeds, and then it gets kind of loud, and to where I feel like it would be better if I could, I don't know, maybe compress it and raise the sound volume or whatever. I don't know. I'll do some research on that though. I'm still working on it. I mean, I can't talk. I am my own worst critic, and so I always think stuff that I do isn't as good, but sometimes I gotta cut myself some slack, because I've only been doing this for 2 months. So pretty new at it. So still trying to figure out how to do all the stuff and get the right equipment, and learn editing to where I can make stuff sound the way I want it to. I mean, I don't want to. And then there's that balance of I want it to sound good, but I don't want to over edit it either, and make it seem like it's not real. Because to me, that's just as important. I want it to be real, and you guys can kind of experience. I mean, because really, the wind noise and all that kind of stuff, right now it's beating me. This road section right here with all the windmills is really windy, so even with my vents closed, I mean, it's pushing the bike around in the lane. I'm getting a lot of wind noise, trying to push into my helmet. It's whistling. So, I mean, but I also know as somebody that watches YouTube videos, nobody wants quite that thrill of an experience when it comes to riding. So, just trying to find balance, Still trying to find what works for me. But so I'll keep playing with it. Hopefully one of these days I'll get most of it ironed out. But yeah, I'm trying this new filter, some new settings on my GoPro. So hopefully that'll give us some good quality video. Tried making the view a little wider. I'm hoping, because I don't know, the way I sit on this bike, it always seems like the camera just kind of shoots past the bike. I want to try to get more of that rider's perspective, where you're actually seeing all the handlebars and all that kind of stuff. So, got a chest harness that I might try out one of the next times I go out, because that'll drop the camera down lower so I can shoot it straight out, but maybe it'll give you more of a cockpit view instead of just looking out at air that's moving over a bike. yeah, hopefully I'll start getting some comments and stuff pretty soon on the videos. I'd really be interested in, you know, the kind of stuff that people like and what they don't like, and because my whole thing with this is to, you know, pass on my love for motorcycles to, you know, the next generation, or it doesn't even have to be the next generation, just other people, whether you're young and just thinking about getting into it, or older and just thinking about getting into it. You always wanted to try it, or, you know, something like that. But so I want to start working on trying to build like an online community, you know, that way we can all help each other out with information, and, you know, and just having a community. Man, that thing is loud. Let's just go 2-lane here for a second, and then we'll, once it spreads back out, I'll get past these guys. Guess I filled up last time I rode, so I don't need to stop and get fuel. Tapped my tailpipe with my heel. I just put it on, so I'm not used to it being back there, because my other one was all the way underneath the bike. That's something I'm gonna have to work on being conscious about, because I don't want to melt my boots. Don't want to melt my boots or mess up my pipe. I just ordered some of the Alpine Star, I think they're like E4 Vintage boots. And being a MotoGP nerd, I sprung for the extra little bit of money and got the Marc Marquez replica version. So they get me every time with that stuff. I love MotoGP. I love motorcycle racing in general, but MotoGP is definitely my favorite. So they always get me with that stuff. Here's a replica of what your favorite riders wear. You charge you extra money for it. It's the same thing, but it's got different graphics. But whatever, it's cool. I like it. Yeah, once I get all this stuff worked out as far as my my setup and everything, and what worked for me and stuff, then I'll do a video on all of it. I mean, I've watched a lot of videos on stuff, and man, I can see why there's so many out there though, because it's a lot harder than it looks, and you go through a lot of different stuff that you try. I mean, if I could give one piece of advice, like right now, something that I've always learned is just start out slow. I spent more money than I probably should have right off the bat, because I was all excited about it. I'm kind of a tech nerd, so I like, the newest and greatest stuff. But like, I already had my GoPro. I should have just stuck with that to begin with, just to start, getting some of the basics. But I mean, if you can afford it, screw it, go for it. Go ahead and get all the cool gadgets and everything. But the only thing I probably would have done differently is just, stuff with one brand, because I'm using DJI on mic. I got a GoPro. I got a Insta360 X5. So like everything's a different brand, and I know some of the stuff would probably just work more seamlessly together. So, but now I don't know which one I want to do. I don't know if I want to which brand I want to stick with. I mean, GoPro is definitely the easiest to edit, and then GoPro is the easiest to edit that I've used so far. But I mean, at the same time, it's partially because it's just you point in that direction and shoot it. You don't have to edit the video to have it pointing at what you want. But at the same time, even though it takes longer to edit, the 360 gives you a lot more versatility to move the camera around, get different shots, all that kind of stuff. So kind of, I don't know. I could go either way. I'm running late, so I'm not going to get gas. I normally would stop there and fill up, but I'm running a little bit behind, so I'll just fill up afterwards on my way home. Once I get close enough to work and realize I got plenty of time, then I'll stop. So, but anyway, so yeah, Insta360 definitely, the 360 cameras, whatever brand, I'm sure you did, they took a little bit more, they have a higher learning curve as far as like learning to edit. And all that kind of stuff, but it gives you a lot better video as far as being able to move it around. If you're just doing one shot, then GoPro is definitely a lot easier to use. Cut down here a little bit, get out of the wind. The first time I've been on the freeway since I got my pipe. I'm not gonna lie, I might actually start wearing earplugs. This sucker's loud. My friendly PhD. This pipe's definitely louder than, hell, it might even be louder than my frickin' Harley.
Hey everyone, thanks so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, make sure to give us a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. It really helps out the channel and keeps you updated on all our latest content. Don't forget to turn on the notification bell so you won't miss any of our new uploads. We've got a lot more exciting content coming your way that you definitely won't want to miss. Also, if you have any thoughts or questions, feel free to leave a comment down below. We love hearing from you and we'll do our best to respond to everyone. Finally, be sure to follow us on our social media channels for more behind-the-scenes content and updates. You can find all the links in the description below. Thanks again for tuning in, and we'll see you in the next video. Take care.